Hi everyone, I'm going to walk you through how to invest at the Gentry Lending Group website. So I'm going to assume that you've already logged in and created an account. So here I've created a fake account called Sarah Connor. And what you're going to want to do is go to the Investments tab. Now once you're on the Investments tab, you will see the offering for Gentry Lending Group. So here you'll see the amount raised so far, how much is remaining. You can read about the project and see the overview, the team, and the documents and all of that sort of thing. And so you're going to click on the Invest Now button. And then on this page, you're going to see step one of the investment. And you can choose to invest as an individual or as an entity. And so if you invest as an entity, there are a couple more fields to fill out. And as an individual, there are a little fewer. So for this example, I'm going to invest as an individual. And so let's say I'm going to invest the $50,000. I'd input my social security number. That is a fake number, of course, and my date of birth. Now, we do not save the social security number or the date of birth. We pass that on to our escrow company, so we do not keep those. Once you click Next, it's going to ask you to sign the documentation. Now, before signing, you should read carefully the subscription agreement, and you can download the offering circular, the operating agreement, the subscription agreement, the private placement memorandum. There's a copy of that also listed here so that you can read all of that. So make sure you read that carefully before signing. And then once you check that box, you're agreeing to the terms in the subscription agreement. And you're going to type your name, and it should match just as it says right here, which is the name you signed in with. Now you're going to go through the accreditation process. This is a 506c offering, which means you do have to be accredited. So if you say no and continue, it will prevent you from investing. So assuming that you're accredited, you're going to click yes. You're going to choose how you want to accredit. Typically, people accredit by having a net worth of over $1 million or having an income worth $200,000 or more in the last 2 years as an individual, or $300,000 as a spouse or as a married partnership. So let's say I'm going to accredit by income. Now here's a link to the SEC regulation that requires that we check your accredited status, and then you're going to tell us how we should accredit you. Typically people ask us to call their accountant or their CPA or a lawyer. So I'm just going to say call my accountant. Call Bob at 555-1212. And so what's going to happen here is when you fill that out, our lawyer will call your accountant and request the information that they need to make sure that you're accredited, so you do not have to upload any documents. You want to hand that task off to someone who has that information for you. And then choose Next. And at this point, we're going to ask you how you'd like to transfer funds. Via ACH, where you can enter in your banking information, and then we will do an ACH debit, or wire or check. If you're not comfortable with ACH over the internet for that amount, that's fine. You can use a wire or check. If you use a wire, here are the instructions. This is our escrow account. So you'll notice it is not to Gentry Lending Group. It is to Bank of America, or I'm sorry, Bank of Internet, BFI, Federal Bank, with this routing and account number for the benefit of Gentry Lending Group. Or you can send a check, and you're going to make that out to Jumpstart Securities, which is our escrow company, and you can just mail that check to this location in Atlanta, and then you'll click Next. Now I'm not going to click Next because that will create an investment in production that's not a real investment. It's just a demo. But this way, that shows you all the steps that you need to go through to complete your investment. And at this point, once those funds land in the escrow account, they will stay there, and then once your accreditation is complete, then you'll be done. If for whatever reason you do not come back as qualified accredited, then your funds will be returned to you. Thanks a lot. Hopefully this was helpful.